just needed to go off on my own for a little bit, guys. Things were kind of starting to wear on me. Before continuing on, I do want to give a special thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get 2 free months of a subscription to Skillshare Premium. And then after that, it's only about $10 a month. I'm going to talk a little bit more about them, though, later in this video. The spot here is actually in the Fish Lake National Forest. I ended up driving a few hours south of Salt Lake City to make it out here, and I was actually kind of looking for a spot that did not have very good cell service. I know that's pretty rare for me. Like, normally I want to be able to be connected to the internet so that I can edit and work and upload videos and everything like that. But I really just feel like I've kind of been really distracted over the past few weeks and wanted to kind of get away from it and kind of distance myself from having a good 4G connection. So I was trying to find a spot that I had stayed at actually a few years ago in the Element. Really awesome spot, also in the Fish Lake National Forest. But I couldn't find the thing. And I looked for it last year too when I came through here, and I couldn't find it as well. And on my way, just kind of driving around the forest roads here, ended up stumbling upon this spot right by the creek and couldn't help but set up camp. There is like surprisingly excellent 4G coverage out here on Verizon, but I've got my phone on airplane mode and there's really not too many other distractions. I've seen a few other people go by here, a couple towing really big trailers, and actually one of them a little while ago went by, and then like 5 minutes later I see them backing up, and they tried to turn around here in this spot. I guess this is probably one of the bigger turnaround spots, but it was like this 40-foot plus trailer, and I ended up getting out and I was trying to help them out, and I moved my van out of the way, but they couldn't turn the thing around, guys. I felt so bad. Like, they had this giant trailer and like there was nothing that they could do, so they ended up just kind of getting back on the road and just backing up, and they're probably still backing up right now, but just definitely a little bit crappy. But I guess that's kind of part of the risk of going down these narrow national forest roads, like with a really big trailer like that. You might end up encountering a spot where you can't turn around, and then you're in a little bit of trouble. But other than that, really haven't been any other distractions. Just a really beautiful, peaceful spot here with the creek and the birds chirping in the background. I think I'm going to enjoy being out here on my own for a couple of days. We were in Salt Lake City, and that's where Shannon is right now. She has to work a regular job, guys. I know I've talked about this before, but she just works a regular 9 to 5. She's on call all day during that time, and she has to have good internet connection in order to get her job done efficiently. So she can't really travel much during the week. So if I want to go somewhere on a Wednesday or something, like, we're kind of just stuck until the weekend, and then we can kind of spend some time moving and trying to find another spot that has internet connection. And like I said, I've kind of wanted to kind of go off on my own for a couple of days and just focus on coming up with some ideas for like future videos, and I've been writing some stuff, and I don't know if it'll turn into anything or not, but I just have some ideas where I want to change things up, kind of do some more creative style pieces, like short film style pieces, van life related and stuff, which I'm hoping to share on the channel in the future. But just want to kind of do some interesting things, change some things up, and kind of write down some ideas. I've been living this lifestyle now for, it's crazy, it's getting on 4.5 years at this point, and I don't know, I feel like I have maybe some stories in the past that I can look back on and kind of reflect on, and maybe turn those into something to share at some point in the future. I don't know, I felt like this was a better environment for me to do that than in the city. It was super hot near Salt Lake City this week, and just really busy, all the commotion and everything, stealth camping, different parking lots, and then moving all around and stuff. I feel like this is just a better spot for me to be. Shannon actually sent me off here with a bunch of food. She made some beans with collard greens here, like one of my favorite things that she makes, absolutely delicious. And then she also gave me some rice, so should be good for meals for the next couple of days. Looks delicious, but it is definitely too hot to eat right now. I gotta let it cool off. I think I left it in the pot for a little too long. Shannon is planning to meet me out here in a couple of days, guys. It's just gonna be a couple days that I'm here alone. I guess I kind of went ahead to scout a little bit and figure out our next spot, and like I said, this spot has good cell signal, so it's a good spot for Shannon to be able to hang out and work. And then in addition to that, her family is actually planning to come out and meet us for a little while. Her mom, I know we've talked about this in past videos, has a sportsmobile that they've had like basically Shannon's entire life for the most part. It's an awesome sportsmobile, pop-top camper, Ford E350 I think. So they're going to be taking that out and coming to meet us. And then her sister is also in the process of moving cross country from the East Coast to the West Coast with her boyfriend. So they're going to meet us as well. And you know, when I stumbled upon this spot today, I thought maybe this would be a good place to hang out for a little while and just do some camping and relax. So I think we might end up sticking around this area for quite some time. Kind of miss my van. We pretty much exclusively sleep in Shannon's van because the bed is a lot bigger and it's a lot more comfortable, bigger space, it's better to hang out in. My van's just kind of become my office. It's where I go during the days to get work done. But I gotta say, last night with the top popped like that and just kind of listening to the creek going by and the birds outside and everything, it was pretty peaceful. I definitely love this little van. Having some crazy allergies out here today, guys. Like the whole van is just covered in pollen. Guess it is that time of year. But like I said before, this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with a whole bunch of different classes and courses that you can take to learn how to do all sorts of different things. Everything from photography to filmmaking to design and marketing, branding, time management. I've done a bunch of courses over the past few months here on Skillshare, and I actually think I found one of my favorite ones this time around here. I've been doing this course on short documentary filmmaking by Elaine McMillan Sheldon, it's taught by, and it's a really, really awesome course, guys, and there are tons of great courses like this on Skillshare. I know a lot of folks might have a little bit of extra time on their hands right now with everything that's going on in the world, kind of stuck inside and that whole thing, and I can't think of a better way to use that time than by trying to learn a new skill or maybe just, you know, exploring some creativity. Skillshare is a really awesome resource, guys, and I would definitely recommend checking them out. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the description below will get 2 free months of a subscription to Skillshare Premium, and then after that it's only about $10 a month. Thank you again, Skillshare, for making these videos possible. Man, these allergies they're killing me, guys. I do not feel so good right now. Haven't had like an allergy attack like this in a really long time. I also got some pretty rough news last night from Shannon. She sent me a text around like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, and there's a little bit of an issue going on in her van. She woke up to some mysterious noises coming from underneath the driver's seat. And a few nights ago, I also had a similar experience in her van where I woke up and she was fast asleep. She ended up just sleeping through the night that night, but I woke up and I heard this like scratching and these like really not good noises, probably like a mouse or something like that, some kind of animal. And I thought maybe it was outside. You can't really tell if it's outside or inside in such a small space like that. But I did look around and I poked around for a while, and then I ended up just kind of laying in bed for a few hours because it's pretty hard to fall back asleep when you know that there's probably an animal somewhere inside the van. But that being said, we checked the next morning, we looked everywhere, didn't really find anything, and then for the next 3 nights there were no issues. We didn't hear anything or anything like that, so we kind of figured that it was on the outside. But unfortunately last night the noises came back and Shannon did find a little bit of a nest being formed underneath that driver's seat. So that is definitely kind of a major problem, probably something that Shannon's going to be dealing with for most of the day today. I should probably give her a call and see how everything's going. We'll keep you guys posted on how that develops, but definitely not something that's very fun to deal with. It's like very lightly raining on me right now, but it's just enough to make it annoying to be outside. But it's also pretty warm inside the van. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe lay down, take a Benadryl or something, and just try to take a nap here and sleep off this crazy allergy thing that I've been dealing with. I think I'm gonna end this video here though, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all in the next one.